Your hand is already moving before you decide to move it. You feel a small itch. You reach for your phone. You unlock it. Nothing is there. You do it again 10 minutes later. Unplanned. Most people call this a willpower problem. It isn't. The real answer is far stranger, and it has almost nothing to do with the phone itself. Your brain was never built for notifications. It was built for something older, something that kept your ancestors alive for 2 million years. To understand why you can't put the phone down, you have to go back to a forest floor and a hungry primate asking one question: where is the next reward and when will it come? In the 1950s, psychologist B.F. Skinner ran pigeons through a simple test. Some got a food pellet every time they pressed a lever. Predictable. Others got a pellet only sometimes, on no fixed schedule. The random group pressed the lever far more and far longer than the reliable group. Some pressed until they collapsed. Predictability calms a brain down. Uncertainty lights it on fire and keeps it burning far longer than any guaranteed reward ever could. Your phone runs on that exact schedule. Sometimes you check and there's something, sometimes nothing. You never know which. That not knowing is the whole trap. But why on earth would a brain crave uncertainty at all, of all things? Go back further, to foraging. For most of human history, your ancestors didn't walk to a stocked shelf. They searched open, uneven terrain, never knowing which patch held food and which held nothing. Give up too early, you starve. Keep searching through the uncertainty, you survive. Evolution doesn't reward comfort. It rewards behavior that keeps you alive. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz recorded dopamine neurons in monkeys and found something unexpected. Dopamine didn't spike most when the reward arrived. It spiked hardest in the moment before, when the outcome was unsure. A guaranteed reward barely moved it. A reward that only came half the time kept dopamine climbing again and again. Your brain isn't chasing pleasure. It's chasing the resolution of uncertainty. Checking is how it tries to get there. This is why a notification you've already seen can still pull your eyes back to the screen. The mind isn't asking whether the reward was good. It's asking whether there might be a new one waiting just behind it. Researcher Kent Berridge spent decades separating wanting from liking. They aren't the same system. Wanting is the pull. Liking is the payoff once it arrives. You can want something intensely and barely enjoy it once you have it. You can crave the check without the check ever satisfying you. You are not weak. You are running an ancient foraging circuit inside an environment built to trigger it constantly. Every app is a patch of terrain that might hold food. Every scroll is a step deeper. Every refresh is a new patch, engineered to withhold just enough, deliver just enough, and keep you searching. The people who design these apps know Skinner's pigeons by heart, even if they've never read a page of his research. Your ancestors' foraging had a limit: exhaustion, nightfall, a finite patch of forest. Your phone has none of that. The forest is infinite. And the dopamine system shaped by Skinner's pigeons and Schultz's monkeys has no idea the rules changed. So when you reach for your phone in a quiet moment, you're not being lazy. You're doing exactly what a forager brain does when it senses stillness. It searches for the next patch. It always has. The itch before you unlock your screen isn't a character flaw. It's a 2 million-year-old instinct, mistaking a glowing rectangle for a berry bush. Knowing this will not make the pull disappear, but it changes what the pull means. You are not fighting yourself. You are feeling the same circuitry that once sent your ancestors into tall grass at dawn, unsure of what they'd find, certain only that the search itself was worth continuing. Think about how strange this actually is. Your ancestors risked snake bites and predators for a handful of berries, and the uncertainty of the search was the very thing that made it bearable, even compelling, across a lifetime of hunger. Somewhere along the way, that same wiring got handed a screen instead of a forest, and it never noticed the difference. It cannot tell the difference. There is no part of your dopamine system that distinguishes a real, life-sustaining reward from a small red notification bubble. To that ancient circuit, both are simply signals worth investigating. Both are worth the walk into the tall grass. This is not a design flaw in you. It is a design feature that outlived the world it was built for. So tonight, when the itch returns, pause for 1 second before you move. Ask yourself what you're actually foraging for. Not the notification, not the message. The uncertainty itself, resolved. Your hand was already moving before you decided to move it. Now you know exactly why.